Hey there, thank you for joining. My name is Steve from Inertia Coaching. Now today I have a special video because I'm responding to my first email question. It's from Mike. He said, Steve, thanks so much for your newsletters and now your videos. I've noticed a huge difference in my life as I've become happier and more successful since following you. You're amazing. Thanks, Mike. Your newsletter on maintaining a positive mindset really hit home with me because I've always been one to put myself down. I've come a long way, but I'm struggling to stay positive. What are some ways that you've stayed positive in the past? Mike, this is a great question, and I think I decided to do a video because I think that a lot of people can really benefit from this. And in my last newsletter, I did talk about positive mindset and the law of attraction and how you can help use that to improve your life. With one caveat being that you need to have a positive mindset in order to get the benefits from the law of attraction. So today I wanted to go through 3 things you can do to maintain a positive mindset. Number 1 is to accept when things aren't perfect. Now initially this was something that I struggled with just because I would always labeled myself as a perfectionist. What I found out was that this was doing nothing but really acting as an excuse and shielding myself from failure. Now, I'm not telling yourself that you should lower your standards, but understand that when things don't go the way you think they should, rather than getting frustrated and annoyed, think of it as a learning experience to go into it next time knowing what to change or what doesn't work. So just learn and grow from that experience rather than getting frustrated. Number 2 is to maintain positive language. Now this is one that's going to take practice as well as for you to be mindful of what's coming out of your mouth. But what will happen is once you start replacing negative language with positive language, it'll completely change around your perception as well as your thoughts and make them more positive, and therefore your emotions and your actions will be more positive. And give you an example, rather than saying if, replace that with whens. So rather than saying, if I ever make it to Australia or if I ever get that promotion, it's when I go to Australia or when I get that promotion. And what that does is it subconsciously goes from a passive action, so if it ever happens, into active. And you're actively working towards that goal. And that's going to be more positive. It's going to help you stay motivated and positive longer. Another one big example is if you might not have as much money as you'd like, so rather than saying I'm poor or broke, which is very negative, say I'm currently overcoming cash flow problems. Again, that's a positive spin that's going to help you subconsciously stay more positive and active. 3. So a lot of times it's things to do. This last one is something to not do. And what it's going to be is to avoid the morning news. And I know it's great to stay up on current events, but what I've found is that news is really just filled with all this negative stories. Anything important is going to usually get to you by word of mouth by like lunchtime, and someone's going to pass it along to you, any important news that you should know. But if you cut out the rest of those negative stories, then you're going to start your day with a much more positive mindset, and the rest of your day is going to be much more positive having done so. So that was 3 ways to stay more positive in life. Now in my next video I'm going to talk about the importance of a morning routine, and I go in a little bit more detail too of things you can do in the morning to set yourself up for success for the rest of the day. So definitely be sure to check that out next week. Make sure you go to inertiacoaching.com, NRTIA coaching.com, to sign up for my newsletter to stay up to date with that, as well as keep an eye out on the YouTube videos when I post the next one. Alright, thank you so much for joining. Till next time.